we've set ourselves the challenge of shooting Britain's biggest bag in Britain's shortest day. We're in the borders of Scotland after 10 species in just 5 hours. That's rook, crow, pigeon, mallard, grouse, pheasant, teal, partridge, rabbit, hare. The day has been arranged by James Wildboar Smith. An incredible name, but sadly, feral pig isn't one of the species we're after today. There are 7 guns in the party, and as soon as we get some light, we muster the troops. The weather on the other side of the country is horrendous, but incredibly, we've got blue skies. Hopefully it will last. We're going to need all the luck we can get if we are to get anywhere near double figures.
Basically, this one's just driven snipe, so it should be up in the air, but sometimes you get ground game coming through. It's all fine, we're going for everything today, but you've got a line of guns and just do not swing through the line.
James gives us the safety talk and Richard tells us what we can expect from the first drive.
What I'm going to do is to land the guns along this fence and just round the end of the bog, and then I'm going to go around and the 2 beaters and myself are going to drive this rough ground through, and there should be some snipe in there.
The guns spread out and get ready, but because we're north of the border, there are a few things to remember. Right, we're 7 guns lined out. This is the snipe drive. I did mention snipe, didn't I? And this is Scotland. So you can use lead shot to shoot wildfowl, but you can't use lead shot over wetlands. Now in England, it's the other way around. You can't use lead shot to shoot wildfowl, but you can use lead shot over wetlands. So I've got lead shot, number 8 cartridges, and let's hope we get something. Miles out. We get some great action. The beaters and the dogs are working hard and lots of snipe get up over us. Okay, the drive's over and we've certainly got snipe. So that's 1 down and 9 to go. They really are difficult birds to shoot, but it's confession time. Well, that's 1 in the bag, but let's try not to count the cartridges, shall we? Oops. We leave the bog and head a few miles north. On this next drive, we're looking to bag a pheasant or 2 and maybe some partridge before a long, long walk across the moor with a host of species on offer. But not one of those. First, time for some introductions. And here's someone highly useful to invite on a day's shoot. Round 2, and it's pheasant in the background. A pheasant drive through a wood over there, and then grouse on the open moorland. Did I mention grouse? I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Shooting Times vet, Harvey and Una Carruthers. Harvey's just brought out a book called The Gun Dog Veterinary Bible. It must be brilliant for shoot organisers to have you out here.
I really enjoy these days. There's so many dogs out there working, mostly spaniels, but there's the odd Labrador as well. And I saw a terrier on the last drive. I don't know what he was doing. He looked a bit lost, really.
And have you got a field hospital in your pocket just in case?
I do. I come fully equipped for every emergency. No, usually there's nothing much for you to do. It's a very mild day, so the dogs should be fine.
Grand. Okay, well, let's get on and shoot.
Great.
The pine trees do produce some birds. Nothing for Una, but she's still having a great day.
It was good fun. It was my first shoot of the season, so it was good to get the feeling back in your shoulder. But yeah, good fun. Looking forward to the rest of the day. Hopefully I'll improve. I might hit something.
It's been a successful drive, and for one of the party, it'll be remembered for the rest of her days. You never forget your first bird. Okay, first ever bird, and the world's press is here to see it. You must be delighted.
I'm very excited. Loved it.
What happened?
It was brilliant. It came out and it was quite safe shot. It kind of went that way and I took it.
Brilliant, perfect.
Yeah.
And then
Tom was right there to make sure that I was doing all right.
Fantastic.
Not going to kill anyone.
You must be very pleased.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Brilliant, well done.
Thank you.
As the beater and dogs look for a few missing birds, it's time for a breather before the next assault. End of drive 2, and we have got a pheasant and a partridge. That's 3 in the bag, 7 to go. Start of drive 3. It's like 2000 AD in Judge Dredd, the long walk. The walk offers plenty of opportunity, but chances are missed. The scenery is spectacular and the RAF are enjoying it too. We cover a huge amount of ground, and even though we put the effort in, we don't get the rewards we hoped for. This was really our only chance for grouse. We put up covey after covey and they showed us just why they are such a wonderful game bird. Too wonderful for us, however. Well, we covered a very great deal of ground there, and we saw 6 of our 10 species. Snipe we got, grouse, hare, rabbit, pigeon, partridge we didn't get. Things not looking good at the halfway mark. We're back and things are looking up. It's lunchtime and we have, well, on the face of it, 5 species in the bag: a hare, snipe, woodcock, pheasant and partridge. But then a really lucky break because, well, the old alliance you'd expect to find a Frenchman in Scotland, but we have a foreigner here too, an English partridge. So that's 6 species, just 4 to go. Lunch is welcome. Soup and sandwiches to refuel. It's also a chance to find out from gun dog specialist Harvey what sort of attention our dogs should be getting when they take a breather too. So Harvey, this is Waggle the Labrador, who actually starred in your Gun Dog Veterinary Bible, didn't she? Now we're part of the way through a shoot day. If you're a gun dog owner and you want to do a quick MOT on your dog, as a vet, how would you set about it?
Yeah, the problem is that, well, Waggle isn't that dirty, but often they're really dirty and wet, and it's really difficult to see anything wrong with them at all. So what I do is I just give them a quick once over, make sure there's no obvious wounds, that they're not lame. Waggle's bright and full of beans, but actually often dogs are quite quiet after a hard day, so she's gone off.
There's a rule about not working with
no, don't work with dogs.
Waggles.
Don't work with Waggles. Don't work with Labradors. So often dogs can be quite quiet or withdrawn if their blood sugar is a bit low. So I often keep a snack in my pocket just to give the dog halfway through the day. Often people give a bit of Mars bar, give the dog half, I'll have half.
Do people say chocolate is poison for dogs though?
They do. The problem is that it's just so convenient to give a little bit of something, a bit of chocolate. It won't do any harm, but if they eat a lot of chocolate, it can cause some serious problems.
As with people.
Yeah,
just look at them.
Absolutely.
Terrible. And are you a fan of, at the end of the day, are you a fan of toweling off a dog, or do you leave them to lick themselves dry?
Yeah, I do tend to. I think it's much better to have a good look at the dog, check it over.
Sorry, this is about drying your dog. Are you a fan of toweling your dog off, or do you let them lick themselves dry?
No, I towel them off.
You're a toweler.
Yeah, okay. I'm a toweler. Committed toweler.
and you're on a beautiful rough day on lovely open hillside. What's your perfect breed, Waggles accepted, for hello Waggles, for a day like today?
A cocker. Give me a cocker every time.
I've already got one. You are so nice, Harvey. Thank you.
Where is your cocker?
Oh, such a shame. Good, thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
With everyone fit and healthy, we strike out to the next drive. Sadly, it's disappointing, and suddenly, with the shadows lengthening, we start to worry about our bag. Having seen so many species being missed, the last 4 are proving the hardest to find. Then Richard appears with a pigeon, taking us to 7 and in sight of our target. On to the next drive. It's busy and there's plenty of action for all the guns around the wood. It produces quite a few pheasant, but we have pheasant. Well, we've had about half a dozen drives now. The sun's beginning to get a little bit low in the sky and we're up to 7. And these sorts of drives, these woodland drives, they're just really showing pheasant and partridge, which we already got. So we're holding out for duck of various species and corvids of various species. Let's hope. We need some local knowledge to help us out. It's getting pretty dark. We've only got our 7 species in the bag. This is the last drive of the day. The good news is it's a duck pond. We get into position behind the stone wall and within minutes the ducks start coming in. It's full of action and we couldn't have asked for a better end to the day.
Oh, there's one dropped over again that wall.
One there,
I've
one
picked
there.
one now, there's one.
It's been an exhilarating day, but the sun is now leaving. So what is our final tally?
Officially 8, bang on 8, and a total of 31, which is very good for a day like today. We missed out on a rabbit, which we should have had 9. So well done, and a grouse would have made it 10. Well done all the same. Good stuff for the conditions.
So a respectable bag and a chance to celebrate with a few drinks. There aren't many places in the country that will offer such variety of game within a few miles. What an exhausting but very satisfying day. 8 out of 10 in the bag. Not bad. A total bag of 31. Pretty pleased, and we're definitely coming back to the Borthwick